Amagbot says, scene switched to IRL.
Oh goodness. Hello. Have a good ride.
Have a good walk.
Thanks. I thought about going mountain biking here. I've only ever seen someone mountain biking here like one other time, but this trail is open for mountain bikes, supposedly. I guess I've ridden on the other trail on a mountain bike, but not down this one. All right. Cool. Huh. There's quite a few bike trails, bike tracks. Maybe it's pretty popular. Here's the old mail truck. I've been here before. Still think it's kind of crazy. The tires are like intact. They're just kind of flat. And a part of it's still like painted blue, like the door there and stuff. It's not completely rusted and faded. It's getting windy. It's not supposed to rain for a while. It's definitely not what it looks like. Oh, now it seems. I've been here quite a few times. I normally have good cell service. I'm not sure why I wouldn't today. I think sometimes it has been worse here, and it's actually gotten better when I've gone down in the valley, because then it's, oh, now it seems to be better. Hi, Mr. Winnie Cat. How are you doing today? It's not raining here today. It was even sunny this morning. It's supposed to rain all evening, but I don't think it's supposed to start raining for like another hour or something. Hour and a half. I'm not sure. And the creek is pretty full. More full than I think I've ever seen it. I remember this trail. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've been here a couple times. It's a nice trail if you don't have, if you just want to do like a short walk. It takes like, I don't know, 30 or 45 minutes to do all of this part, depending on how much you stop. And then if you want to walk more, I can go along the rail trail, like one flat one. Oh, I forgot. I didn't start the app on the other phone, so the temperature and all of that's wrong. Let me do that real quick. I don't know if I actually have enough service on this phone to upload anything. Well, it says it is now. Cool. So the temperature and all that should be, I guess the only thing I have on is time and temperature, but it was still on Eastern time. And still, I think it said it was 57 degrees, which is only, it's pretty nice here. It's like, I think my car said it's like 51 or something. Compared to the last 2 days, where I went on short walks of Arrow the last 2 days in the rain, because it was just raining the whole time it was daylight. It's very pleasant today compared to that. Oh, hi Sandy. How are you? My TTS has stopped working again. No cell service on that phone. I just looked down at my phone and it had chat messages on it. Oh, I might not be able to see chat now. Now my streaming phone says it's disconnected. I don't know. Sometimes it loads stuff even if it... or it reconnects fast and loads stuff. I'm not sure why it would say that when it has service. Is that just not gonna work? Well, chat reconnected, but it seems like there's not that's weird. Sorry, it should hopefully be recovering now. I was trying to... I switched service on this phone to see if chat would connect better. And I don't know why my service isn't that good anyways, because I've streamed here quite a few times, and I've never had bad cell service. Until today, it's kind of questionable. And now it's just weird. I switched to AT&T on this phone and chat reconnects, but there was no upload to stream on. And then I switched back to T-Mobile and it has, that's mostly what it's using for upload, but now it says chat's disconnected again. Now this looks really slippery, but it's not that slippery. It's a little creek. I think the app's just glitched out. Let me restart it. Well, I thought it was, but I don't know. It still says chest disconnected, but it clearly just showed what Megbot typed. Anyways, I hope I'm not missing chat messages. I'm sorry if I am. Well, I'm just noticing they de-leafed this trail because all the leaves are piled up here on the side. Hi.
Hi. Thank you.
You're welcome. He rode down the hill. and headed back up now. Just going on a nice short bike ride. Let me put my glove back on real quick. The creek really is roaring. Oh, hi, Al. Make this look so much like an alien forest. Wait, really? How are you, Al? I mean, I don't know, it's not that dark right now. It's overcast now, but the clouds are pretty high up and there's a lot of light coming through them. Cold? Wait, also, oh, here's bit rate comes back. Oh, is it cold there? I wonder how high this creek got with all the rain last week. There's a bridge on up one of the roads that's still closed going over this creek where I guess it washed the bridge out. It doesn't really look like it got that high from here though. I don't see, the leaves don't look like they've been washed around or anything. It doesn't look like it got up above the bank here. There's still way more water than I've ever seen it having it before, though. Is it cold for you? It's really nice here today, actually. Let me walk down here and see. I don't know why bitrate's so bad. It's never been this bad here. I mean, I didn't bring my modem today because it's usually really good here. It usually picks up on my phone fine here, but except for I guess today. Man, look at this foam. It's like a big bunch of foam that, like, I guess from the water washing up under those, and it's this big circular thing of foam just spinning around. Kind of weird. The hobbits must be sleeping. Wait, are you saying that because of the internet, or? Here, let me try the other cell connection real quick to see if it's better, because it'd be nice if there's decent bit right here at the creek. I mean, I'll walk up the trail a little bit more. I don't know if cell service will get better going up here, or if it's gonna be just as bad. And then we'll go back. It's only this one little section that is really bad. It just happens to be the section at the creek. Man, this creek is freezing also. I don't think I've ever seen this creek near this much water going down it. Hi, chicken. How are you doing? Yeah, a little bad, the service. Don't exactly understand why it's so bad, because I've streamed here like at least 30 other times, and it's always been good. I'm down in a valley of a creek, but down another way there's a T-Mobile tower right on the side, and I usually get really good service down here of them. This creek has fallen all around also. The chicken, cat, and owl, yeah. Now she was here. Have good car working, chicken? Wait, did I miss another message? Did you say you're working on your car today? My chat keeps disconnecting. I think I'll go right up the hill and then turn around and head back the other way. About the service people working on his car, yes. Oh, I see. I'm taking a break working on my car now. I need to go to the store to get some parts. Oh. Doesn't seem to be getting better. I guess I'll turn around and go back to the other side. It's kind of hard because some of the chat messages. Okay. Now my TCS is working. That's what I was guessing. After he said that, I was guessing you were joking after he said that he was taking a break and had to go to the store to get more parts. I was like, oh, that sounds like he is working on his car and not or whatever. So, I also can't really see Chicken. He's working his car so much. I can't really see Chicken taking his car someplace and paying people to do it. Like, Chicken, I don't think your car is worth that much, hardly. Not compared to how much people would charge you. Because, like, driving an old, like, beater is fine if you go do the work yourself. Because then you have to work on it a lot because it's old, but it's cheap to work on it yourself. But, like, if you're, paying somebody, it costs so freaking much that then you're, like, better off. Buying a better car. If I have an old car to work on it myself, Yeah, like, my car is old enough now that, like, I haven't really had to do that much work on it, but I did have to replace the shocks, which, if I'd taken it someplace, they probably would have charged me, like, I don't know, $2,000 or something to do. Where when I did it, the parts were like $500 or something for everything I replaced. And then just took up my time. Like multiple days, but still well worth it compared to paying someone like, $2,000 to do it, or maybe even more. So, like, mine's old enough, even with the, like, replacing shocks and stuff, just a few times of taking it to someplace, I'd spend as much money as the car's worth. Kind of washing away the edge of the trail here. It overhangs just a little bit. Yeah. That's why minor stuff is like really easy to do yourself usually, and really, really cheap to do yourself. But like me replacing shocks or struts or whatever is just like normal wear and tear. Like, the only thing I've done on my car is like normal wear and tear stuff, which isn't very expensive at all, but it would be if I paid somebody to do it. It costs $150 in parts in the afternoon. Yeah, mine was a lot more than that, but your parts for your car is probably really, really cheap. Subaru parts a lot of them are kind of expensive. And I didn't buy the cheapest ones either. I wanted to get something that worked like, that rode as good as the ones that came on the car. And I probably could have gotten mine done in the afternoon if I hadn't screwed with that spring compressor so much. Because it took me forever to compress the first two shocks. It was a freaking nightmare. And then the next day when I did the other two, I did them in basically no time. Oh, yeah, that doesn't sound too good. Wait, just look at the creek one more time and then I'll head back up the hill. Right now there's some bit rate, so you can actually see the creek. Oh, and for spark plugs, you're just going to replace the spark plugs and hope that fixes it. If not, I guess maybe it's some like oxygen sensors or something. Can't oxygen sensors make cars misfire? I haven't had a car in a really, really long time that needed a oxygen sensor replaced. Because or maybe some other gas wrong. And also your car's older, so it might not have as much stuff like that. This trail is a little like wet, but it's not like near as muddy as I was worried it might be. Which one thing, I've gone here before in the fall or something and it's kind of muddy and like slick leaves, but they've blown all the leaves off of it or raked them off or something. So it's really not slick at all. Sometimes that hill back there, I've taken the dog here in the winter before to go on walks. He always liked getting in the creek back there, and that hill going under the creek sometime would get like mega slick and muddy. Yeah, I just took my spark plug out and they look pretty bad. Oh, okay. I usually, so far in my car, I've just replaced the spark plugs around when they recommend. Which I've only had the car, I think recommend every 60,000 miles, so I've only had the car long enough to replace them once. And they didn't look that bad then. I replaced them like 10,000 miles later than how they should be, according to the service thing. Have you ridden your bike on this trail? No, I've ridden my bike on the up at the top on the flat trail, but I never rode it down here. I'd like to do this. It would be a nice trail. This is more of a single track trail. The one at the top is a lot wider. Maybe a decent workout going back up the hill. Oh, so this right here, where there's just like a clearing and grass, and then the trail or rocks, this is where a water line goes through, and it goes up the hill on that side. O2 sensor is a common issue for my car, but I scanned with the OBD and then it was for misfire. Well, if the O2 sensors are bad, does that usually show up as a code on the OBD? I guess maybe it depends on how bad it is, like if it's dead, basically, or... I figured misfire would be about the only code anyways, and then you'd have to just freaking guess what was making it misfire. Yeah, oh, okay, cool. Pretty fancy. Never replaced the my O2 sensor before. Yeah, I had a OBD reader that I used on my a 98 Volvo wagon I had. And then after that, I had some newer cars for a while. And then I got my Subaru. And my Subaru, the check engine light has never come on. So I've never gotten another reader and hooked it up or anything. Are cool. Yeah, I liked mine. Mine was starting to get where I had to do quite a bit of work to it to keep it running. And then I drove a lot also, and I ended up getting like leasing a car with like a really cheap lease deal. And it was going to save me enough in gas to pay for like half the payment and the gas it saved. And then by the time me averaging out like what it cost to keep my car running every year and stuff, it was only a slightly bit more money. And it's like, oh, I'll go drive a brand new car for like, I think it was only going to be like $100 or $150 a month. And I thought, well, I'll go pay $100 or $150 a month to go drive a brand new car that I don't have to worry about breaking down or anything. So I did that and then sold my Volvo. Man, those were really expensive Tacomas and Tundras. Like, really expensive. I hope you're prepared for just like being poor after that. Like, even the new one, the used ones are really expensive. It's like, supposedly, like, you go spend like some obscene amount of money for one that has like 200,000 miles on it that's already mostly worn out. Uh-oh, I think it might be raining. Or either... No. I heard something falling around me. It's seeds or something falling out of the tree because it's so windy. I don't think it's actually water. Alright, now up here. There's a creek down there. And there's the trail I just went along. Looking for around 15 years old. Oh. They're probably still really expensive, but if you don't mind, you know, if you're, I'm sure you could get a 15-year-old one that would be, you know, cheap enough that you could buy it. It might be like basically ragged out and like worn out. Like this, as long as it's not too expensive, like keeping it running, it might be okay. I did this earlier. Cell service got worse up here in the hill. It'll get better once I get the rest of the way up. At least it did earlier. Here's this cool mail truck again. Like 10 or 15K for a good running condition. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's just insane spending 10 or 15K on a 15-year-old car. That's what I meant about them being insanely expensive. It's like, I mean, I guess it's funny. I mean, if you have the money, that's what you want to do. I'm just saying it seems a bit ridiculous. Like crazy that they're still that expensive, like old ones. Like, if you paid $15K for a vehicle that's already most of the way worn out. Here, let me switch service now and see if it's better. This is actually getting better. Which, I mean, it probably still lasts for a while. It's just crazy that they're that expensive. Hey, my TTS reconnected. It disconnected way down there by the creek. And has been disconnected the whole time. I'm hoping my Subaru still lasts for a while. It has like, I think 154,000 miles on it. And as far as routine maintenance, I've replaced all the struts. And that's like the most expensive thing I should have to do. As far as just normal stuff that wears out in a long time. If, like, you know, the rest of it holds up, engines and transmission. Let's see, what time is it? So I've ridden bikes on this trail. I've just never gone down that one. This one's pretty much flat the whole time because it goes on an old railroad bed. 303. I'll still walk a little further. We'll go down here a ways and then go turn around. Which this one still, there's this, and then if you go over to the other side of the road, there's a pipeline trail that you can ride bikes up. I've done that. I think if you ride this end of the pipeline trail, all of it together is like 5 or 6 miles. So like a decent ride. This is just gravel pretty much the whole time, but it's a nice, you know, ride if you just want to do a quick ride and get a little bit of exercise. I guess if I did it and then gone down the hill and back, that'd be, some more exercise. I think the day I did this, I went with Beryl, and she was kind of tired and didn't want to go all the way down the hill and back up. It's really windy. Oh, now it is actually raining. Just a little bit. At least it did for, now it's slowing down. Oh, this tree is from that bomb cyclone. I actually saw something earlier today that there's a chance of another bomb cyclone, like a strong storm, possibly a bomb cyclone coming through. I think it said Northern California and Oregon and Washington. I don't know anything else about it, just saw the headlines. I hope the whole area doesn't get destroyed again like the last bomb cyclone. The last bomb cyclone knocked out the power to like half of the whole metro area. It was just actually insane. There's people that it took like, I think 10 or 11 days to get their power back. If that happened again, I don't know. It might not be that bad because all of the weak trees might have gotten taken out last year. It has been raining really bad, but really like all the flooding. So the ground's saturated. So you'd think like more trees would blow over, but it also might not be that many weak ones left from last year because that blew over so many. So I guess to see, I was supposed to get here if there is one on like Christmas Eve. So you can, there's a trail here that cuts off and you can go up along the power lines. Hello. It's a nice view. This is the creek I was going along, goes through right there at the bottom of the valley. There's a trail on that side that goes through some, and then one on this side that goes up the hill. But I guess there's no way to get across the creek at the bottom. Oh, this one that goes up here, you can also mountain bike it. So you can ride it up and kind of do a loop. Hello. I've thought about doing that also if I wanted to ride even more. You can ride this and go down the valley. And then you can go up that trail. And it kind of goes parallel with the pipeline trail for a bit. And then you can hit the pipeline trail and come back to kind of make a circle up that way. I've actually seen 2 people bike riding today. I've seen like 1 person like once or twice before. And I've gone here streaming a few times and walked the dog here a few times. So I've been here quite a bit. Maybe, I know a lot of the bike trails have been closed since all the rain. Maybe more of them are closed, like the main mountain bike areas. So there's more people riding little trails like this. Because Doothy Hill, the place I streamed at last time I streamed mountain biking, I think it was supposed to open yesterday. I don't know if it actually opened yesterday or not, but it was supposed to. And it had been closed for like over a week. And Evergreen, which is the bike club here that maintains most of the trails, we're just asking people to stay off all the trails because they were so wet after all the flooding. Which is kind of like a Doothy Hill. I don't think I've gone there and riding while it was actually raining, and I don't think they usually ever close it. I think mostly seems like the trails are armored enough, the wet places, that you don't really mess up the trail riding it wet. So I don't know why it was closed, but it might have been closed. It got windy also, so it might have been closed from like down trees. Uh-oh. Kind of sounds like the rain's more setting in. Let me look at the radar real quick. Let me take my glove off so my other phone works. I can't look at my radar. Oh, I don't have any cell service to really look at it. Ads in 2 minutes. Oh. I was wondering how long I've been live. I guess that answers that. For an hour. Well, it doesn't seem to be setting and raining too much. It stopped again. I didn't bring a rain jacket or nothing, but I won't get that soaked if it starts pouring. So let's keep going a bit more. Sorry. Let's put my glove back on. Alright. See, it's like 0.4 miles back to the end. No dumping under penalty of arrest, City of Newcastle. I guess I'll just hang out up here when the ads start, unless it starts pouring, and then I'll frantically run back, and then keep going. Oh yeah, this part's cool. I said it's an old railroad bed. See, it just drops off on both sides. This is where they built it up going across the valley. Where a creek went through, so it's there's a lake on this side, and then I guess the water comes through, goes under through a pipe. It's like pretty high up what they built up for the train track. Oh, ads started. Why didn't TTS read that out? I just won't walk up here to the sign. So that tower's still there. That's mostly what it's using right now for bitrate. I don't know why. It's so bad in the valley. So this is the end of the trail. Goes down. It's 0.8 miles. Sliding back. This isn't actually. It's all gravel. This isn't actually slippery at all. The one going down the valley was just like a tiny bit slippery. But this isn't really at all. It's a mostly flat gravel trail. There should. Oh, wait, what? I thought this usually shows how many ads are left. Are they over and chat just didn't load? I don't think I've been here for 3 minutes. It's weird. Maybe it only does that if I run them early. I've done that a few times. I thought it did it if they were just running. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, I guess it just didn't show this time. Alright, welcome back, everyone back. The ad started right down there, and I just walked up to here. I meant the part in the valley. Oh, yeah, the part in the valley was a little slick, but not as slick as I thought it would be. It wasn't near as muddy as I thought it would be with how much it's been raining, but it's also been like especially warm, like up in the 50s most days. So I guess, you know, some of the ground's drying out. I remember trails getting really, really, really muddy last year, but that was like, when it had been raining every day and being like low 40s in the day or mid 40s and getting down like close to freezing at night or true freezing. It hardly ever gets cold enough for the ground actually freezes, but oh, I think what thinking about when it was really muddy is when it was all snowy and icy up here for not really snowy but icy last year for like a week. Most of the roads weren't icy. There was just a few days where it rained and then got cold and frozen to ice, where some of the side streets had just a little bit of ice. I remember one of those days is that day I went bike riding when it was like 38 degrees and part of the trail had ice on it, or frost or something that hadn't melted from the day before. So right here, the train track went down there through that valley, and it's like a swamp now. It's like holding water, and the trail winds along beside it. A little ways down here, it goes back into the old rail bed, but this part holds water now, is I assume why they made the trail up here. Instead of trying to read it out where it drains. Yeah, see here, we're back to the rail bed. So, that's the rail bed where it's lower and it cuts through there. And then there's this ditch that comes out. I guess it's basically a ditch now. And then the trail goes back along on it. So I don't think I'll go all the way to the end, but there's a plaque down at the end of this trail where it just ends, where the rail bed went on a trestle across the valley. And I think it said that at the time it was built, that it was the longest railroad trestle, like, I think it said this side of the Mississippi. I've only been down to the very end one time, and that's when I went mountain biking. See, the valleys, this is the valley where the creek I was going along, but it's getting deeper and deeper. And this just kind of stays along the top of it. And then I guess went on a trestle over to the other side. Most of the way to the top, and then I think it kind of slowly went down closer to creek level, and then came out down at like Lake Washington, where at lake level where the creek runs in it. Right around there. And see, this is cool. It's like the railroad bed just cut through the hills here. So it's like a hill on both sides. That's what all these trenches are. I guess they ran it far enough in where it was still, they didn't have to like fill in too much here. And then we just cut through the next hill, just cut through the hills. Because this looks like they might have built it up just a tiny bit between that hill and this one, but not too much. The graphics on this game is this Unreal Engine 6 or something. I ape. It does have pretty good. No, it's just a really nice Vivify map. How are you doing, Abe? Do you know Beat Saber has this nicer graphics if it's Vivify? It's... Oh, nice. I don't feel any rain, but it feels like it's about to. Like you can feel the rain in the air. Thought I'd see if I had cell service here. Uh-oh. That's why it feels like it's about to, because that big mass of rain that was coming just got to like the metro area. Right, I think I shall turn around. According to the radar, it's going to be absolutely pouring in 30 minutes. Which I think is about how long it would take me to walk back to the car. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see if I get wet or not. I could just jog back. If it starts. Usually it doesn't rain that hard. Radar shows a bunch of what it shows is yellow and orange rain. The like colors in the radar, which you hardly ever see in Washington. So that's freaking pouring as far as Washington goes. But it's been doing that most of the time it rains the last couple of weeks. It seems like, at least since I've been back. And I guess it was even worse than that before that. It is definitely sprinkling now. Oh, what are you eating for dinner? If you want to say, if you don't, that's fine also. I'm kind of hungry. I ate lunch, but I'm still all screwed up from being on Eastern time. It's only like a 3-hour difference, but I kind of ate earlier there a lot of days also, plus the 3-hour difference. So it's like so I'll like get up in the morning here and I'll be starving because it's like from what I was used to eating the last like 3 weeks. I have, woken up and then I'm eating breakfast like 4 hours late. So then I'll start getting hungry in the afternoon, even if it's only been an hour or two from when I ate. I guess because that's when I'm used to eating dinner. So it's like, this is like, way past dinner time. If I was on a, still used to Eastern time. Used to just some leftovers like rice and sausage. Ah, cool. That sounds pretty good. Oh, my GPS just disconnected. That's weird, since it never disconnected on this part of the trail walking out here. Oh yeah, I was planning on streaming Beat Saber tonight also, since I haven't streamed. I've only streamed one day since I've been back, and it was that really short stream before it got dark and started raining. So I was kind of planning on doing both, but I got here later than I was expecting, and I'm walking more, so I have quite a bit of stuff to do today. So it depends on how fast that goes. I might stream Beat Saber later tonight, or I might not. But I was having a nice time walking and thought I'd rather walk a little more. Even that meant I might not have time to do Beat Saber. Also, it might, don't know for sure, because it might end up raining all tomorrow evening. But me and Veril were talking about going to the Seattle Christmas market tomorrow evening. And if we do, I might stream there for at least a while. Right now, the forecast shows it's not supposed to rain any tomorrow evening. It might still be fun to go to in the rain, but I went last year and I don't know, I really want to go enough to walk around it in the rain. It's like German themed, like European, like German Christmas market. So it has like some Christmas lights you can see. Last year they had somebody a glass blower, and you could like buy some of the stuff they made out of glass, and then a bunch, some like food vendors of like German food and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not like huge, but see, last year we got there kind of late. I think we only had a little over an hour before it closed. It's mostly vendors selling stuff, and food vendors, and they have a big indoor place where you can go get your food and with tables and sit in there and eat. But it's pretty cool. It's at Seattle Center, so like over by the Space Needle and stuff. It doesn't look too rainy. It did stop sprinkling. I only got a little rain on my glasses, and then it stopped. Yeah, today I have some Christmas presents I need to wrap. And then I think I'm going to try to get a Costco. Sounds like a horrible thing to do, like a couple days before Christmas. But we don't need that much stuff. But enough stuff that's like quite a bit cheaper there that we're probably going to run out if I don't go before Christmas, that I don't really want to go spend the extra money buying it somewhere else. And I was telling myself that if I'm not buying a whole bunch of stuff, it won't be as bad if it's really, really busy. So that, depending on how long it takes and if I do or don't get trampled to death, will depend on if I stream Beat Saber later and do the market stream tomorrow and stuff. So far, I went to the store yesterday and I didn't see any people yet. Like, frantic Christmas buying, like basically going through buggies, just like raking stuff off the shelves. I hadn't seen anybody like that anywhere this year so far. I haven't gone to the mall up here though. But when we went up by the mall in Chattanooga, it was kind of busy, but way less traffic than I was expecting for it being like the week before Christmas. So Costco might not be too bad. Might not have to mush my way through the store. Gosh, excuse me. Like sneezing. It is starting to get like dark and gloomy. Costco today was packed. The parking lot was completely full. Dang. Yeah, I was wondering, the one I was planning on going to, sometimes the parking lot gets full. Like I've gone there before and had to drive around the parking lot looking for a parking space. Like even on the outside of the parking lot. And it was like partly gridlocked from people like driving around looking for parking spaces. That's why I kind of really dreading going, but also don't really want to not go. We need like just enough things that it's worth driving there to, if it's not a nightmare going in and out. Like it would save enough money to be worth spending the time, at least going there and back. I think I'm going to get back just in time to not get soaked. It's getting really, can't really tell from the phone, but it's getting really dark and gloomy looking, especially over towards that way. And raining harder and harder. It's mostly hitting the trees. Not that much of it getting through. I do think the rain's pretty much here, the heavy stuff. I don't know if that roaring behind me is the wind picking up or horribly hard rain. I think it's the wind. It just sounded like it died down. I'm almost back to the car. It hasn't rained enough for me to really get wet. I have a few drops of water on my glasses. But I think it was just the wind. It sounded like that really, really heavy rain, like when there's a southeast thunderstorm rain, which I've never ever seen it rain that hard here. Even the stuff that was coming is hard for Washington rain, which is totally different than actual, you're going to be soaked to the bone in 20 seconds, like rain. I kind of don't think it's even possible for it to rain that hard here. Like even the 100-year flooding that was happening, I don't think it ever rained that hard here. It would have to be like the end of the earth or something. Like wash the whole state into the ocean or something type of thing. And not actually, wouldn't have to rain that long. But yeah, I've never seen like really heavy thunderstorm rain here. Even with thunderstorms here, it's not so bad that like you get soaked to the bone and like, you know, running to the car. Bit rate's starting to die. I think it gets worse at the car. And maybe you should go ahead and stop here. Actually, it's the time I went bike riding. I got back to the same place and I couldn't end stream because I couldn't talk on my chat. And I had to get Beryl to end the stream. I just remembered that. I can from this phone. I actually could do that. That was just when I was on my bike and I didn't want to take my camera off. Yeah, I'll just keep going to the car and see how it is. I'm pretty sure it got where I could still stream. So I don't think all 3 connections will be so bad. I mean, my TTS is connected right now. It hadn't been for a while, but it is right now. Anyways, I guess I'll walk right up here and end. Like I said, I probably, well, I don't know, it's 3:45. Right now, I'd say there's, most likely I won't stream Beat Saber. It's, at least not if I go to Costco. Because if I go home and wrap presents and then go to Costco, yeah, I mean, it was sunny this morning for the first couple of hours that I was awake. Like, actually mostly blue sky and sunny. I didn't think it was supposed to be, so I was like really surprised when I woke up and just see, like, you know, sun shining in the windows. So it was nice. Got to see the sun for a bit. The most sun I've seen since I've been up here. Uh-oh, the rate's not good inside the car. Let me find someone to raid, or I might just end stream, depending on who's online and stuff. Yep, bye, Mr. Winnie Cat, and everyone else. Like I said, I probably won't end up having time to stream Beat Saber tonight, because it's going to take, like, probably, if I get to Costco and stuff, that'll be, like, a few hours, and then I probably wouldn't really have time to play enough to stream, like, you know, to play for, like, a couple hours. But I guess there's a chance I will. So it'll probably just be, the market tomorrow. Or if it looks like it's gonna rain in the evening and we don't go to the market, I'll probably stream Beat Saber. Alright, the phone I'm streaming on is the only thing that has any service. So I'm going to minimize that. And it'll just blur it out. And I don't know how I'm getting enough upload to stream, because this won't hardly load anything either. Alright, I think there's 4 people, if the last time it updated was correct. So I'm gonna just stop and not bother rating anyone. It's streaming at 5 megabits, but I can't actually get my dashboard to load, so I probably have enough it's probably just glitched out and I have enough download to watch somebody, but I don't know for sure. It might just be Twitch app being Twitch app and not needing really stable internet. But anyways, I'm just gonna end. I'll see you all later. Thanks for hanging out, and yeah, I'll see you next